I'm pro-woman. I love me some women, and I love me some pretty bitches. Hey, what's up? It's Saweetie, and this is my Glamour Unfiltered. Growing up, I hated my hair. My hair naturally is really kinky and curly, and it's beautiful, but I was a tomboy, and I was like, I don't got no time for this. I actually got in trouble with my mom because I convinced her mom, my grandma, to cut my hair off in the kitchen because I was just so tired of having to comb my hair out. Every time I washed it, it would take just forever and my arms would hurt. So I had her cut all my hair off to right here. I just remember always wanting to have straight hair. And when I would compliment, another girl with straight hair, she wouldn't compliment me back. So at a young age, I just felt like my hair, personally, I just didn't like it. I just felt like it was very high maintenance and not easy to do. And I honestly didn't love my natural hair texture until senior year of high school. I was a year-round athlete, but I noticed that my hair was just so curly and wild that I didn't need to do it at all. It was just pretty the way it was. So I think just me playing a lot of sports, not having time to do my hair, and me just seeing how wild it was, that's when I really started to appreciate my hair. I felt like it went with my style of an athlete. I was a hardcore athlete, very aggressive, very ambitious, and I felt like my hair represented that. So I fell in love with my hair probably my varsity years of high school. I think the first step of progress for accepting all hair textures is just to stop touching people's hair. I hate that. Don't touch my hair. The compliment serves its purpose, but trying to touch the hair after that is not cool. So I think that's the first step we can take. The first hair hero is definitely my mother. Her hair was hella thick and hella long. Her hair is just so thick and luscious. I love Cher's hair. Cher is definitely on my mood board all day, every day. I love me a bone straight moment, middle part, nice and silky and flowy. I definitely see a difference to where I'm wearing long bone straight hair, to when I'm bald, to when I'm wearing curly hair, to when I wear braids. It's definitely a different energy. And maybe it's the energy I give off, but I definitely think that different types of hairstyles attract different types of people. I actually shaved it off because fourth quarter of last year, I learned about meditation. And the more deeper of an understanding I got of just spirituality, self, alignment, purpose, I just wanted to start over with everything. And hair holds energy. And I was like, dang, this hair been with me since, I don't know. And I'm ready for a fresh start. So that's what made me cut my hair. To keep my mental health in check, I definitely meditate. I drink a lot of water. I try to. It definitely makes a difference. Water is a drug, a good one. Your body needs that. I try to stay off of social media because, of course, you want to learn as much about yourself as possible. But sometimes all them rabbit holes, not good holes. You read the wrong thing and be ready to fight somebody. So I actually have a screen timer now. So it lets me know if I'm on there too long. Growing up, I don't even know if there's a word for this, but the word that I identified with the most is just not belonging. It's I'm not Black enough or I'm not Asian enough. So it's where do I fit in? So I always was confused as a little girl. I didn't really feel like I belonged in any group at school. The only place where I felt like I belonged was at home. I think as people mature, it doesn't necessarily become a thing of you don't belong here. It's kind of people see past race, see past skin color, see past ethnicity, and just kind of see you for your soul. But as a little kid, little kids are mean. So when you got these little girls telling you, you don't belong here, and then you got another group of girls saying, you don't belong here either. It's just damn, well, where do I belong? So it was something, I definitely had a lot of identity crisis as a little girl, just struggling to figure out where I belong. I've watched my dad get pulled over for no reason, get out the car, and him having to appear lesser of a man, because he's Superman to me, but when the cops come and they pull him over, he has to, confine to a certain type of submissiveness. It's always angered me, experiencing that, watching the videos. But I'm actually thankful that we have phones now, because now the world is witnessing what Black and brown and Asian communities go through behind the scenes. And it's not nothing new. It's been happening for a very, very long time. So what inspired the Icy Baby Foundation was I was tired of giving away a lot of money to other foundations and not knowing what they did with my money. So I trust my grandmother, and as a kid, I watched her give back. I watched her go to high schools. I watched her go to other churches. I watched her go into other people's homes. Well, the number one initiative is definitely financial literacy. And the reason why I'm so sensitive to that is because I need help my damn self. Just putting money in the savings account is not enough, especially not enough to create generational wealth for you, your family, or your kids. So I think that it's important that we educate these young kids so that it's something that's instilled into their mind, so that it's innate, it's second nature. It's not something that they're like, trying to figure out as an adult, because it's something that I'm trying to do at this age. So I know that if I can go back and educate these little kids and little boys, they're gonna be set. Uplifting those who look like me has always been an important goal in my life since I was a little girl, because I would be right there next to my grandma helping other people. So I think that it's important that I use my platform to help others. Feminism is a touchy word, but I think that it slowly evolved to a common goal of women being accepted, empowered, and equal to everyone on the planet. So I'm pro woman, I love me some women, and I love me some pretty bitches. Uplifting women is so important to me because I didn't have a big sister. So I had to figure out a lot of things on my own. Point of me sharing is to make sure that all those little girls who don't have a mom, a big sister, a best friend, at least they're learning from the mistakes I made or learning from wisdom I gained. I've definitely experienced sexism and misogyny, but not just in the industry, but in sports. It's so easy for me to deal with as an adult because I experienced it as a young woman. Like, I grew up a tomboy. I played basketball, football better than the boys. So it's like when I would come onto the field or the court, they'd be like, oh, she can't play because she's a girl. Watch me. So I think I experienced it as a little girl, and I've always overcame that. I always proved people wrong. I've always proved men wrong. So I wouldn't even put my focus into experiencing it in the industry because I've experienced it all my life. But it fuels my ambition to just prove, those who may not see me as an equal wrong. The way women rap got started off, it was so beautiful. From MC Lyte to Queen Latifah to Salt and Pepper to Lauryn Hill to Nicki to Foxy to Lil' Kim to Trina to Eve. I'm so happy that they paved the way for women like me because they broke boundaries, glass ceilings, and they're just like walking pieces of art. I'm so happy to just continue the narrative of such a strong boss woman making a way for herself. I think with Pretty Bitch music, you can expect me singing a lot more and just showing more of like a vulnerable side. Well, I've been told I'm kind of aggressive. For this album, I know it's just gonna, we're gonna see a different side of Saweetie. I always saw myself getting here, I just didn't know how. And I think that was the most frustrating part, at least for me, because I'm like, God, I know where I'm headed, but what do I gotta do to get there? And the answer to that was just consistency and hard work. I think it's easier for men and women to break into the genre because of social media. Like, anyone can go viral overnight, or their access is just way greater than it was before. At first it was passing mixtapes out, onto the street or being discovered, but now it's like you post a video, and if it's good, your fan base can accumulate, really quickly over time. The reason why I was posting raps on Instagram was because I couldn't afford studio time. That was my way of putting my music out into the world. My biggest advice to women who are climbing the career ladder, I think a really important piece of advice that a lot of us overlook is just knowing yourself. I think the more you know about yourself, the more you can create boundaries, expectations. I think you'll get further with your career if you know yourself. I think that's really important.